episode which we are publishing before we begin season 2 of our series Fractured. We are doing something a little different and taking you back in time to a video story we made in 2019 about the uplifting of newborn babies directly from hospital birthing units. The story is called New Zealand's Own Taken Generation. For many years now, we've covered cases involving our child welfare agency, Tullamarine, the first big investigation taken by the state we did back in 2017. And in 2019, we produced the Uplift investigation. The one you are about to hear. It's a story many of our New Zealand audience will know about, as it caused a huge uproar and triggered the transformation of child protection in New Zealand, and Tamariki, our child welfare. Tamariki, our child welfare agency, had to acknowledge structural racism in its care and protection system. Just as in our series Fractured, we questioned the policies, practices and actions of the state agencies, Tamariki, the police, our hospitals and courts, exposing the reality for families going up against them. These organisations. So we have created this audio version of our 2019 Uplift story. Listeners will no doubt see some parallels between this case and our latest investigation, Fractured. A link to the original version of the documentary can be found in the show notes. Now though, the Uplift story that exposed the shameful practice going on in maternity hospitals up and down New Zealand.
3 Māori babies a week being uplifted like this, and this has to stop.
The taking of Māori babies from their mothers is a crisis in hiding.
Women have a right to be frightened. This is not humane, it's not right. How can we in New Zealand be treating people like this?
For 2 years now, Newsroom has been looking into how children are being uplifted by the state. Affected parents say it is brutal, traumatising and often unnecessary. And it's behind closed doors these uplifts take place.
Which terminal you're going?
Sorry.
Which terminal you're going?
So it's about 8:30
4?
Yeah, 4. I'm driving straight to the maternity wing at the Hawke's Bay Hospital.
Okay, it's not mentioned in here, but yeah, it's good. Yeah, yes. I mean in the, that's why I'm asking, it's like... Yeah. Most of the time, it's showing here.
Rebecca Ormsby is the midwife of the mother whose baby is going to be uplifted by Tamariki. It is the second time the young mother has lost a baby. Her first baby was also uplifted from this hospital. The law prevents us from showing anyone that leads to the identity of the baby. So that includes the mother, the 2 grandmothers, and the baby's father and extended father. It also means we are beeping out identifying names. I'm now in the room and I'm talking with the young mum who is holding her 6-day-old baby boy. Can you go through what's gone on?
So I was gonna take him home, but they come to take him to another person's home to caregivers.
And what did that make you feel like? The young mother is clinging to her newborn baby. She can barely answer me through her tears. The order to uplift the baby was granted after Oranga Tamariki told the family court that there are domestic violence issues, lack of parenting skills, transient home environments, and heavy marijuana use by the father. Some of these claims are disputed by the family. This story is about the uplift process. It just seems
she's the perfect victim. No. She doesn't speak. She's so traumatised.
Jean Tahuia is the CEO of Ngā Maia Māori Midwives, Aotearoa.
When she tells the story of her first baby and how they stole it from her, it's unbelievable. She had a difficult labour. She ended up having an emergency caesarean section. Her partner was with her the entire time. He went home in the morning to have a shower, and while she was alone in the room, someone came in the room and said to her, "We need to check your baby," and pushed the baby out of the room here in this hospital. An hour or or so later, she asked, "Where is my baby? What's happened to my baby?" And she was then informed that the baby had been uplifted by Oranga Tamariki.
After the uplift of the mum's first baby, the whānau believed that the support systems put in place by these midwives was wrapped so tightly around the young mum, the uplift of her second baby was unlikely. Did you think if you did all the right things you'd be able to keep your baby?
That's what they said.
If you did all the right things you could keep your baby? At this point we're going to rewind to earlier in the day. The new mum resting, holding her baby tight, is surrounded by whānau, including the baby's father, along with Jean Tahuia, CEO of Māori Midwives, and Rebecca Ormsby, who is the young mum's midwife. A middle-aged woman then enters the room.
Good and I'm the social worker involved in this. I'm standing in for Jadine Heatherwick, who's on leave. She was due to be back today, but unfortunately...
Jadine is the young mum's social worker.
So we've come up to execute a warrant to uplift baby.
Okay, so before you execute that warrant, this is from our lawyer, Janet.
This is Rebecca Ormsby, the mother's midwife, speaking to the social worker. Unlike almost all Māori mothers in this situation, a lawyer, Janet Mason from Wellington, was on hand after the two midwives got wind of the uplift.
So she's asked that we tell you that a notice has been put in that you cannot take this child. Documents have been filed in the Hastings Family Court. We have also written to the Minister, Tracy Martin, and to Prime Minister.
Outside the room, police, here to assist with the removal of the baby.
We've got the warrant. We have the warrant. And we would like everyone that's not family to remove.
It's not going to happen. It's not happening. It's not going to happen.
I'm just going to ring Janet now. You've got your phone?
Yep.
Because I'm on my phone otherwise.
I've got papers here. One for...
At this point in time, the three social workers are not aware that Newsroom is covering the story. We'd asked for everything to be filmed, so four members of the whānau and Jean Tahuia are recording what's happening in the room on their phones.
I have the top paper.
What's that for?
That's just so that you know that you've got a copy. That's from the court to say that the child is in now our custody.
No, not.
Yes, he is.
And the reasons why. That document
He'll tell you all the reasons why. Okay. So we've met with staff here and we've got a bit of a plan. Just until Jadine gets back.
There was a plan set up before she had baby.
Janet, this is
And she was meant to go to the phone.
Janet, this is Rebecca Ormsby midwife. Oranga Tamariki have presented themselves with a court order to take baby. I've got you on loudspeaker.
Rebecca Ormsby has dialed in Janet Mason, the lawyer from Wellington, to address the social workers.
Great, thank you. Now, I just want to advise you that we have urgently filed an application to stay the enforcement of the order that you got and to receive the decision.
So who's the order going to be in who is the order in the favour of? Because for us to give away a custody order, you need to tell me who is the recipient of the custody order that you're filing in court.
It's not a custody order. It is an application to basically...
So we already have the order.
that you've got.
But we already have the order. I don't understand how you can stop an order that's already